Okay, now we're going to do a tour of Avatalker AAC Stage 2. Avatalker AAC Stage 2 is a full-featured and robust augmentative and alternative communication system. Any kind of phrase or message that your child wants to build is possible within Avatalker Stage 2. And we're going to show you how to build phrases in a little bit. For right now, I'm going to show you how Avatalker is laid out and navigated. Up here, as you can see my finger going back and forth at the top, this is the sentence field just like we have with Stage 1. In the upper right corner we have the same three buttons. You have the back button, the keyboard button, and the speak button, just like with Stage 1. Over here we have two interface buttons. These are handy for phrase building. This is the conjunctions menu. Now we have a little drop down menu here with your common conjunctions, and here you have a button that we call the question conversion button, and I'll show you how that works during phrase building in a little bit. Okay, now in the center portion of the screen here you have your categories. There are 16 categories by default, and they contain all the items within the vocabulary database for your kids to choose from. So I'm just going to enter one. Let's enter this one here called eat, and you can see everything I am scrolling through here. These are eat related items. But anyway, the neat thing about how we display the items within each category is our own custom version of what Apple would call the cover flow. You know, you may be familiar with this from iTunes or your iPod or something like that. What we've done is we've put three open face tiles in the center, and either of these is selectable. And here, I'll show you how, excuse me, I'll show you how to use these in phrase building in a little bit. But you could just pan left and right with your finger just like you could with the Stage 1 or with the categories above in Stage 2 here. Also here at the bottom you have an alphabetical index bar. So let's say you want to jump ahead in the order because you don't want to scroll through hundreds of items, and you want to get to your a favorite word here. So let's say salad dressing. So to get to that you hit the S, and boom, it takes you right to your favorite word here, salad dressing. Alright, so that's basically how you go through the contents of a category. Another neat little feature we have navigationally is something called a subcategory. And I'm going to show you an example of a subcategory here within animals. Enter the animals category. Now this first word here, bird, if you select that, you have the option of choosing the core word bird, or here you see this drop down menu. Just like with that conjunction menu that I showed you, that drop down, these are noun morphologies, and I'm going to get into that in a little bit as we do our phrase building. But so you can choose a morphology of the word bird, or you can choose any number of birds that we have within this subcategory. So if you chose a bird within the subcategory, let's say robin, then you're given options related to that particular bird. So that's a nice little feature, and we have subcategories within each of the categories. There may be one or two subcategories, and then of course you can create your own, and I'll show you that in a little bit as we get into customization. Okay, now that I've shown you how Avatalker is navigated, I'm going to show you a little tour of the categories themselves so that you know how Avatalker's vocabulary database is divided and organized. Here we have 16 default categories, and we're going to go through them one at a time. This first one here, starters and greetings, contains most of your common and helpful phrase starters or everyday greetings. And as you pan through here, you can see things like how do I, or I want, sit down, can we read, can you, good morning. It's very handy. We've put a lot of thought into this, so as you go to build phrases, chances are you're going to find a phrase starter that you're going to be able to use within starters and greetings. Okay, now this next category, eat. This has all of your food options, food-related options, and icons related to eating itself. And there's even mostly these are nouns, but there may be a few verbs, such as the word eat itself. Here we go, eat. All right. This category, right next to eat, is called things. Most of your nouns that you find within Avatalker are found here within things. Anything you can think of, from bathtub to bench to chair, or jump forward, scale, school, anything you want. This is where you would place just general items of interest within the things category. It's a great category. Now this category here next to things is called describers. This is most of your adjectives and prepositions can be found within describers. This will include colors such as brown, black, blue, yellow, orange, things like that. This category next to describers is connectors. This contains a wider variety of conjunctions than you may find here in the conjunctions category at top. This contains all of your conjunctions and, you know, little phrase fragments that are handy for connecting two clauses together within a sentence. Now we'll go down to people. The people category contains most of the kinds of people that your child may interact with on a day-to-day basis, including words like sister, he, she, mother, father, brother, aunt, cousin, words like that. Of course, you can place your own custom photos in here of family members, whatever you want to do. This category next to people is called see, hear, and feel. See, hear, feel contains most of your emotion and sensory options, such as the word love, angry, happy, sensory options like bitter, vision, blurry. It's a great category. Work and play are two categories that contain most of your action verbs. And they're divided by association, you know, whether it's a play-related verb or a work-related verb. Give you an idea. Here we have decorate, that's a work-related verb. Deliver, describe, destroy. You kind of get the idea. Whereas if you go into play, you know, you have words like paddle, pass, pat, pedal, play. These are more leisure related activities. Now, favorite phrases here. This category contains everything that exists in stage 1, and anything that you save to stage 1 will also be saved in favorite phrases, and vice versa. If you create a custom item within favorite phrases, it will also appear in stage 1. They share the same library. It's just a very handy feature that we have. Now, scrolling over to this next screen, we have 6 more, and this is the places category, and these are general places of interest that your child may go to on a day-to-day basis, plus it has most of your geographical options. And I'll just give you an example here. The United States, this happens to be a subcategory, so if you touch on the United States, you have your selection of any of the individual states to choose from. So that's very nice category. Now this is body and health. This is most of your anatomical and health related words. It's pretty self-explanatory. Dress and bath. This is most of your dressing and grooming type words. You know, such as shower, brush hair, brush teeth, those kinds of words. Now the animals category down here is what you would think it is, just a wide variety of animals. You can add your own or choose from a wide variety that we've provided here in Avatalker AAC within the Aurora Symbols set. And these two categories, numbers and money and time, these have their own interface options. Numbers and money, as you would guess, is has most of your words related to money, numbers for counting, words related to transactions, things like that. And down here in the lower left, we have our own little keypad. So if you type in a number from this keypad, it will be spoken when you hit the speak button.
1,235,689.
It's very handy to have without having to bring up the keyboard key. Going into the keyboard and choosing numbers from up here, at the top of the keyboard it takes more effort, but having this keypad here is a nice little feature. Now we're going to go into the time category, and what you see here on the left, where the keypad was in the numbers and money category, we have a clock selector menu. Now when you first enter the menu, it defaults to the time of day. So if somebody asks your child, hey, what time is it? They can go into the time category and just hit enter, and it'll give the time of day.
2:06 p.m.
But of course you can select and indicate any time of day that you like with hours, minutes, and your choice of AM or PM.
6:03 a.m.
Now the words in this category are, as you would imagine, related to time. We have all your calendar options, months of the year, days of the week, and these are some of these happen to exist in subcategories. So let's say if you select the word week, now you could choose one of the morphologies of week, or you could choose one of the days of the week here, and they're listed chronologically, Sunday through Saturday. It's a very nice little handy feature. Alright, that's a tour of the categories, and now we're going to go into a variety of phrases, and we're going to show you how phrases are built within Avatalker AAC.